The Squid Game is a series full of mysteries. This has led many fans to create interesting theories about what might happen in Season 3. However, thanks to new information, many of those theories have been ruled out. Even the director of the series himself has read several of these theories and has completely debunked them. That's what we'll talk about here. Today on Charlietales, I'll tell you which Squid Game theories no longer have a chance of coming true. Ready? Let's begin. The first theory is about the drawings on the walls of the dormitory. In Season 2, we noticed that in the players' dormitory, there are several interesting drawings. Many believed these corresponded to the games that would appear in Season 3. This one here would be called Monkey Bars, and would be about players crossing on a jungle gym. And this one here would be some kind of human chess. This theory made sense, because in Season 1, the series director used the same trick. On the dormitory walls, he hid drawings of the season's games. The theory made sense, but thanks to the new trailers, it has been ruled out. We already know that the new games will be the key game and the jump rope game. That means the drawings on the walls meant nothing. In fact, Netflix recently released a video with the cast of Squid Game. In it, the series director mentioned this theory and said that this time the drawings don't mean anything. The director said he wouldn't be capable of repeating a trick he already used in Season 1. I would even dare to say that the director put the drawings there just to confuse us. So this theory is completely ruled out. Let's talk about the survivors theory. Some time ago, Netflix released this promotional video with the actors of Season 3. Many fans theorized that here, they were revealing the winners of the games. Supposedly, those who are standing will survive, and those who are sitting will die. The cast of the series talked about this theory and completely ruled it out. According to them, this video was for a photo shoot, and the photographers had no idea about the season's script, so there was no way they could show us who the winners would be. Actor Lee Byung-hun even mentioned that for the photo shoot, everyone was asked to pose both sitting and standing to have photos from different positions. That means there was never a specific order for any actor to stay seated. This theory is completely ruled out. Let's move on to another theory. This one claimed that player 125 is a VIP. Supposedly, Min-soo would be a VIP infiltrated in the games and even appeared in the first season. The theory is based on the fact that the character is played by actor David Lee. And if we check the actors from Season 1, we'll notice that VIP number 3 was played by a David Lee. This is real. It's this one with the deer mask. The theory is great, but we debunked it on this very channel a while ago. It's true that both actors have the same name, but that's just a coincidence. They are different people. IMDb is the largest movie database in the world. If we check the actors there, we'll see they have two separate profiles. The David Lee from Season 2 is a young Korean actor who has had many roles in his country. The other David Lee is a rather unknown American actor. The easiest way to debunk the theory is by listening to the original voices of both actors.
Do you two bet so much on number 69?
근데 왜 너는 쟤네랑 같이 해? 나랑은 왜 하자고 했어?
As you could hear, the voice of the American actor sounds nothing like the Korean actors. I love this theory, but I must be honest with you, it's ruled out. The series director talked about this theory and mentioned that this VIP will appear again in Season 3, so by then we'll be able to see if it really is Min-soo. That means the director didn't officially rule out the theory, but from everything I've told you, it's more than clear that the theory is false. The next theory says that the old man Il-nam is the father of the frontman and Gi-hun. That is, Gi-hun and the frontman would be brothers. The connection arises from some rather suspicious coincidences. In Season 1, Gi-hun said he was lactose intolerant, and the old man Il-nam told him that in the past, he had a son with the same problem. That was enough to theorize that they could be father and son. But things got better, because in Season 2, there's a scene where the frontman says he can't drink milk and gives his to the pregnant player. With this detail, the theory gained even more traction, and it was enough to believe that the frontman and Gi-hun are brothers, and Il-nam is the father of both. The theory is quite interesting. However, the director has already spoken about it and ruled it out. According to him, lactose intolerance is just a coincidence, since many people in Korea have that condition. There is no blood connection between the three characters. Another interesting theory was born from this scene that appeared at the end of Season 2. Here we were introduced to the new doll game, and many of us thought that this would be a scene from the past. The theory said that perhaps this was the original doll game and was played by the frontman in the 2015 edition when he won the tournament. The theory was good, but it was completely ruled out thanks to the new trailers. We now know that the new game will be about jumping rope and will be in the present with the current players. However, it's worth noting that it is possible we might still see past games from the frontman. I say this because photos have already been shown of when the frontman won the tournament in 2015, so Season 3 will show us a lot about his past, and it's possible we'll see some of the games he participated in. The next theory is titled, "The frontman's wife is alive." Let's remember that according to the series, the frontman had a pregnant wife who died because she needed a kidney transplant. The frontman couldn't give her his, so she passed away. Well, according to many fans, this woman never died, but is still alive, hidden somewhere. The theory also suggests that this is the reason why on the Squid Game Island, the guards traffic the organs of the players. Supposedly, they would be looking for the transplant the woman needs. The theory is curious, but it rules itself out. First of all, because in Season 1, the frontman had no idea about the organ trafficking. This is something the guards did without asking for his permission. Also, we must remember that the woman needed a kidney transplant, but in Season 1, we saw how the guards were stealing a player's corneas. It wouldn't make sense for them to be looking for corneas. The theory is ruled out. Let's move on to the last theory. Thanos is still alive. The character of Thanos has been one of the most beloved among fans, and many of us were hurt by his death at the end of Season 2. Faced with this situation, thousands of fans have come up with theories about how he could have survived. There are even AI-generated videos trying to show Thanos' supposed return. I would really love to see him back, but I must say, this theory rules itself out. In Season 2, they directly showed us Thanos' corpse on the floor full of blood. His friend Namgyu saw it. Also, seconds later in the dormitory, we can hear a voice naming the eliminated players. Here they clearly say number 230, which corresponds to Thanos. So we must accept it. Thanos was eliminated, and it would be impossible to revive him in Season 3. However, this theory doesn't end completely badly. Very interesting rumors have emerged about Thanos. Many believe that he could come back, but as a hallucination of Namgyu. Let me explain. When Thanos died, Namgyu stole his drugs. We even saw him ingest them, and that awakened a certain madness in him. Thanks to these drugs, Namgyu became darker than he already was, and eliminated player 380. With all this context, it's reasonable to say that these drugs will make Namgyu have hallucinations about Thanos. In this way, they could bring back the character without reviving him. The idea is quite interesting, and would work very logically. It wouldn't be strange. Before the premiere of Season 2, there were rumors that Sang-woo or Sae-byok would return in some way. And indeed, they came back as part of a nightmare of Gi-hun. This was in episode 1 of Season 2, so the production can bring characters back as hallucinations. But what do you think? That's all for today. If you liked the video, you'd really help me out by leaving a like. That would be legendary. Also, remember to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for listening. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.